Now we shift over to section 97, and we turn our focus and our attention westward to the branch of the church out in Zion, or in Independence. So we pick it up in verse 1. Verily I say unto you, my friends, I speak unto you with my voice, even the voice of my spirit, that I may show unto you my will concerning your brethren in the land of Zion, many of whom are truly humble and are seeking diligently to learn wisdom and to find truth. Wow. That line is so prophetic. You'll notice the date. It's August 2nd. Well, it was less than 2 weeks ago, on July 23rd, that everything seemed to hit a boiling point in Jackson County, 800, 900 miles away. You have the mob who is kind of fed up with the church members in Independence for a variety of reasons. You have this huge influx of members of the church coming. Many of them are poor. They're not rich. They're not increasing the economy, so to speak. They're bringing with them some ideals that don't always align with the Missourians, because most people living in Jackson County, Missouri, are very much oriented with the ideals of the southern states, and Missouri is a slave-holding state. And you've got many of these members of the church coming, and you've got some members of the church who have been baptized who are freed blacks, and they're coming and living here. And a lot of these Missourians don't like what they see happening, and they don't like the things that are being printed in the paper by W.W. Phelps about the promises of this land and what the members of the church are going to do to Independence. Doesn't exactly align with the political or personal ideals of the majority of the inhabitants of Jackson County. So it was in July when many of these local Missourians took the law into their own hands, and they said, we're done. So it's at that point when they go and break into the printing office of W.W. Phelps, break into his home, go up to the second floor, throw the printing press out the window into the street below, destroying the printing press. It's that time when they throw all of the papers that had been printed that are going to be, that were intended to be the Book of Commandments, the original, what we would call today the Doctrine and Covenants. It's there where the two sisters, the Rollins sisters, get those papers and run out into the cornfield. That's that day. So they ransacked Sidney Gilbert's store. They tarred and feathered Bishop Edward Partridge and Charles Allen. And this is a terrible day. And they demand that these church leaders sign an agreement that they will entirely leave Jackson County by the spring of next year. And here are these men. They're stuck between this rock and this hard place of, what do we do? Because we know all the revelations about this land, and now here's the mob telling us we have to sign this or they're going to kill us. And so finally they end up signing this document that they'll leave by April, March or April, spring of the following year. And they're left now in these subsequent days. They've sent letters back to Joseph, notifying him of things and those events that have transpired, but they don't know what to do. Now, in that context, Joseph hasn't gotten word yet from any messengers coming east from Independence. No letters have arrived. But section 97, look at verse 1 one more time, the second half of it. Many of whom are truly humble and are seeking diligently to learn wisdom and to find truth. They don't have a clue what they're supposed to do at this point. Verily I say unto you, blessed are such, for they shall obtain. For I, the Lord, show mercy unto all the meek, and upon all whomsoever I will, that I may be justified when I shall bring them unto judgment. It's this beautiful line saying there you have a lot of questions, but if you trust me and if you're meek, then I'll guide you, I'll lead you along.